I didn't get to go on my first plane ride until I was in my 30s. So come with me to take my 8-year-old daughter on her first plane ride. Destination, Alaska. We are on our way to get on a cruise to sail to Alaska, which is not only a dream of mine, but it was on my father-in-law's bucket list. So if you're wondering who the man you see in my videos is, it's my father-in-law, me, and my daughter traveling together, which might be kind of weird. I'm pretty sure that we're walking around this cruise ship right now and people are thinking that he is my husband. It's a little awkward. But my father-in-law has a little bit of a bucket list. Last year, he took my husband and my older boys to Hawaii, and now he's taking the girls, me and my daughter, to Alaska. So it's a little unconventional, but we're making the best of it and we're having a great time. We had a little bit of a rough start to our trip because our initial plane that was supposed to fly out yesterday had a broken piece. The plane was delayed multiple times and then eventually just canceled. So we had to drive 2 hours to a different airport and get on a new plane. But the good thing is that this was a nonstop. So straight 6-hour plane ride from North Carolina to Seattle, Washington. And my daughter was super excited. This was her at takeoff. Of course, we were both kind of nervous, but she took it very well. She handled everything very, very well and had a great time. Thankfully, she got to sleep because we were all running on about 4 hours of sleep. Like, I'm sitting here making this voiceover and I can barely keep my eyes open. I will be passing out as soon as I get done, by the way. The weather has been absolutely gorgeous this entire time. When we landed in Seattle, it was in the 70s. Currently, I'm on the cruise ship right now, and it's in the 60s. So I'm really excited for a little bit of colder weather. I think we think about, vacations being to warmer destinations, but I am so excited to be going to Alaska, somewhere a little bit cooler, somewhere that's like more about nature. I don't know. Speaking of nature, this is a volcano. I thought it was just a regular old mountain, but I learned later that it's called Mount Helen. It was a volcano that erupted in 1980, killed a bunch of people, like the more you know. But I am having the worst tummy issues, so I tipped my Uber driver very well and convinced him to take me to a drugstore so that I could get some medicine for my tummy before we got on the cruise ship. And on the cruise ship, we finally made it. After all that trouble, it was so worth it. It's crazy because I think I live in a beautiful place, but when you start to travel the world, you start to realize there's so much more beauty out there that you never would know.